Okay, thanks again. We'll get right to it with questions here in the room.
Michael McCall, AFTN. Vanni, I'm sure you're a little heartbroken losing the lead, not going into the second leg with the lead to a fantastic late goal. But talk about just how proud you are of just the way your team played tonight, the defensive shape, the line structure, the quickness in transition. It didn't look like a team out there that was playing its first competitive game of the year.
Yeah, I think we did a very good performance, and against a very good team, to be honest. And we basically applied everything that we talk about during the week and trying to do our games. To be honest, I think defensively we've been really, really good. We were always very structured, and it was really hard to break us down. And beside the goal, they had another big chance in the first half. Yohei did a very good save, but those are the only two big chances that we had. We were able to always be compact, and even if they are really good and playing this bowling behind the line, and they always control the ball really well, we were always in numerical superiority, and the interchange were working very well. We could have been better, in my opinion, on the ball. The first half was a little bit, you could see that it was our first game, in the sense that we always needed an extra touch to do something. And that extra touch helped them to press. And also we were a little bit too, I would say, frantic sometimes to try to break the line immediately, while we thought that we had to move the ball from side to side in order to move them and have more possibility. In fact, that 15-20 minute spell in the first half that we were in control of the game. And then the second half was actually really good. Unfortunately, the goal offside, we had another couple of chances, really, really good. So we are very confident to go there and try to win in Monterrey. That's going to be very hard, but that's, I think we're up for it.
Felipe Baggio, AFTN as well. Coach, a lot of people were a little worried about your selection in the midfield, not having Cubas and not choosing Sebastian, not having that 6. But Pedro Ite really stepped in, dropping into those positions, making some really big tackles. How impressed were you with his work rate defensively, even as most people know him for his attacking prowess?
I was very happy, but not that impressed, because I know that he can do it. To be honest, between me and you, I think that Pedro is a midfielder. I think we discovered, and what we did last year, he established himself as a real midfielder. He can play as a number 8. He can play as double 6. Today, when we were in possession, he was our number 6, basically. So he's a guy that if you play deeper on the field, you touch more the ball, and the more he touches the ball, I think the more the team plays better, because he's really good. And defensively is such, I would say, an intelligent guy, in the sense that he picks immediately what we want him tactically. He really matured a lot last year, and I hope this continues maturation this year, and being a player that, let's say, if we play diamond midfield, can play all the 4 positions, basically. So that's, I think, Pedro, his career is going to be, if he continues being like this, a really, really, really impressive one.
Vanni, what did you make of your team's just defensive structure today? First from the press and the way you guys were able to kind of corner them on the wide areas, but then when they did beat that line, how are you able to get numbers behind the ball and not let them get in the box too much?
Yeah, we did very well. So the only ball that in the first half was creating us problem was the long ball that was played behind our wingback, and we knew that. So, we are one of the few teams, I don't know, I like to say hyperbole, one of the few teams in the world that plays with a real back 3, because a lot of teams, they think they play back 3, but they play back 5. And we are one of the few teams in there. So that's that's a thing that a lot of teams, they try to expose us with the ball in behind the wing back. But then our interchange were really good, and even though Tigres were really good at controlling those balls, we were always able to double them and to not concede too much, to be honest. And again, at the end, it was one shot in the box, and the goal is a free kick from 20 yards, 25 yards. So, I think the defensive performance was really impressive. Even the defensive set plays were really good. Like, last year, everyone knows that it was our kind of Achilles heel, how you say it, like this. And against this team where, I don't know, the shortest one is 6'2". So that's they're all big, and we defended pretty well.
Brendan Mayer, Goldstream Gazette. Can you tell us what it's been like to be temporarily called the Vancouver Island Whitecaps and the support you've received here in Langford?
Oh, we're very happy. First of all, thanks for the question, because I really want to thank all the people that came here today and make this environment buzzing. Like, of course, the Tigres fans were amazing, but we know that every time that the Mexican team, there's always, but even our fan and the people, all the guys that came from Vancouver, that came with the ferry, they did a lot of sacrifice to come today, but also the guys from the island that were happy to see, I would say, a high-level clash between us and a very good team, and they made us feel at home. And they made us feel like we weren't away from BC players, to be honest. So, I really thank all the people that came, and we are really happy that this, again, little inconvenience of not having our stadium, it became an opportunity to engage more people here. And I'm proud that tonight we were the Vancouver Island Whitecaps FC.
Okay, if no more questions in the room, we'll go to online, and I've got Joshua Ray with the first question.
Joshua Ray, D1 Sports Network. Vanni Demir obviously got the goal. What did you overall make of his debut and the debut of Fafa's?
I think they were both good. Fafa came on when the game was a little bit stretched and we were a little tired, so it was hard for us to play like a game that he likes, that is like breaking the first line and then playing in the space when he can go 1v1. But he had a couple of chances to do it. Damir was really good. He gave what we expect from him. Like, he's not the most, I would say, dynamic player in the world, but he can combine very well if you play with two strikers with Brian, like we did today. And he was very calm and collected in the occasion of the goal. That, by the way, is our goal. I think. I hope he's gonna make the CONCACAF highlight reel or something, because it's a great goal. And so I think they both did very well.
Okay, we'll finish with with Nathan Durek.
Hi, Vanni. Nathan Durek, A51 as well. Want to talk a little bit about your defensive line. We're more accustomed to seeing a player like Luis Martins playing as a part of that back three on the left-hand side. We saw him move a little bit further up, a bit of a different position that we may not have seen him in recently, but we have seen him there. What did you make about his performance and what he offered your team today?
So the idea of having Luis higher on the pitch was because we wanted a guy that keep us in possession and was clean on the ball, able to, I would say, against a team that is very aggressive, to being able to find those ball inside for Damir, for Brian. And the fact that we're playing Ryan as basically as number 8 on the left when we had the ball. They have a very good connection, him and Luis. And so I think he did very well. And in the second half, last 20 minutes, you could tell how experienced it is, because he basically gave up the fact to go in further, and he was like just staying in position, being always ready to defend, but ready to just initiate the action and then stay. That of course gave us less outlet on the wide side in the second half, but it allowed us to basically not concede anything. on that side. So yeah, I think he did very well. And again, what I like of a lot of my players is the adaptability. Sebastian today played as a number 8. He can play wing back. He can play 6. Pedro can play every position on the midfield. Luis can play in the back 3. Can play wing back. Javain that always play in the back 3 today came on and play wing back. So Ryan that always plays striker last year today played in the midfield. So I think that is. Especially in MLS, when we don't have 47 players, we need players that can have are able to play different position, and I'm really happy that every player in our team is always available and willing to do it.
Okay, thanks for your time and good luck next week in Monterrey.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.